My life began in the shadows of Los Angeles, surviving day by day, scraping together change just to make it to the next morning. My name is Aria Evans, and I was an anonymous street performer, sketching portraits for pennies, my only true passion being my art. Then, like a bolt of lightning, Mr. Damon Cross entered my world. He was the infamous tempestuous heir of Cross Global, a vast energy corporation. He was wealth personified, a man whose reputation preceded him like thunder. Yet, he fixated on me, a ragged girl with charcoal-stained fingers. He didn't just see me, he claimed me. "This is my Damon, the renowned young rogue heir of the capital," I would whisper to myself, clinging to the romantic idea that his love could conquer his complicated world. He was my shelter, my fiercely devoted champion. Our life together was a dedication. For 6 years, Damon poured every ounce of his energy and devotion into our relationship. He knew my dream was to be an internationally recognized architect, a deep-seated ambition I'd carried since I was a child. To support this, he made an unprecedented move. He stepped back from the operational control of his family, his multi-billion-dollar empire, to enroll in the same university as me overseas. I worried constantly, urging him to prioritize his legacy. "Damon, you have to go alone. The company needs you, or our quarterly earnings will suffer," I insisted. But he waved off my concerns with an arrogant confidence that was signature Damon. "It's fine, Aria. Losing a few $100 million is a small price to pay for your happiness. I don't care about the risk. I only care about you." He cemented this belief with extravagant gifts and a relentless public courtship. For 777 days, he bought advertising space across the city, publicly proposing marriage, desperate to prove I was his wife. The Cross family was initially unforgiving, seeing me as a social misstep. Damon faced their wrath head-on. "Damon, you're on family probation again. Damon, the Cross family punished you for another week," the household staff would gossip, fueling my guilt. I begged him to let me go. "Tell them it's over. I don't need the status of a Cross wife. Just let me stay with you quietly," I pleaded. But his pride wouldn't allow it. After a relentless struggle, he triumphed. "Aria, the Crosses finally approved our wedding. We did it," he announced, his voice thick with relief. "I promised you a wedding that would make you the happiest woman alive. It's real now." I truly believed our happiness was guaranteed. The foundation cracked just 3 months ago with the arrival of Chloe Miller, a prominent art dealer who Julian met at a charity gala. Chloe became his obsession. The atmosphere in our mansion became suffocating. Damon's playful possessiveness curdled into something darker. "Sweetheart, you're stepping out of line. Time for a little correction?" he'd say, his voice devoid of warmth. I tried to manage the crisis with diplomacy. "Damon, tell me what you and Chloe were talking about at the gallery opening." I knew Chloe was a strategist. She had deliberately cut off contact with him, knowing it would send Damon into a frenzy. And he, predictably, blamed me. "Damon, I swear I haven't seen Chloe Miller since that night." My denial was met with a wall of cold skepticism. "Darling, you're getting disobedient." My little brother Leo was my life's fragile purpose. He was in a coma, a consequence of a childhood illness 5 years ago, entirely dependent on life support. Damon, in our good years, had secured his care, a fact he now wielded like a weapon. "Don't hurt Leo. He's the only family I have left. Please, just believe me. I haven't contacted Chloe." His answer chilled me to the bone. "Chloe is a priority too." He gave me a countdown, the clock on Leo's life now in his control. "Darling, 20 seconds left. You know your brother can't breathe without that machine for more than 60 seconds. Damon, you own me, and Chloe is my asset too," he declared, reducing both of us to objects. "Just tell me what you said to her." My faith in him shattered. "Julian, since the museum gala, I haven't spoken to her. Why can't you trust me? I pleaded. His patience was non-existent. My time is limited. Your brother's time is 0. 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop. Okay, I'll tell you. I swallowed my pride and the lie. I told her to respect our marriage and stop pursuing you. His only reaction was contempt. Don't make decisions without consulting me. Focus on keeping your brother alive. Chloe, meanwhile, was constructing a perfect narrative for Damon. Mr. Cross, we found Ms. Miller. She's volunteering at a community arts center, teaching pottery to the elderly. She looks so selfless and pure, his security confirmed. Chloe, despite a minor neurological tremor in her dominant hand that affected her work, was, in Damon's eyes, a flawless portrait of my past innocence. The more she resisted him publicly, the more obsessed he became. Ms. Miller says your wife is threatening her. She won't meet you, the assistant reported, sealing my fate as the villain. The climax of my degradation arrived violently. Damon, my abdomen hurt so much. Lester, the head of security. Mr. Cross, your wife seems to be in distress, I cried, the pain overwhelming. Confine her to the library for quiet reflection. Yes, sir, he ordered, without a moment of hesitation. Lester tried to intercede. Mr. Cross, your wife is bleeding heavily. She is miscarrying. Damon's reaction wasn't concern. It was cold fury. How dare she get pregnant without my agreement? Why should she go to the hospital? No need. This child was never part of the plan. It's useless. Take her to the library. My final screams are etched into the silence of that room. My baby, please let me go. Damon, save our child, I begged. The guards were impassive. Ma'am, Mr. Cross doesn't want this child. No one will help you without his order. You must comply and reflect on your actions. All I ever wanted was a child, a piece of him that was truly mine. Now he was sacrificing it for his mistress. You left your pregnant wife to bleed out in a locked room, I thought, the realization settling in my soul. When the pain subsided, the crushing emptiness remained. Damon, the baby is gone. I don't want you anymore. The baby is truly gone. Our chapter had closed. The next time I saw Chloe, she was smug. Mrs. Cross, control your husband. He's ruining my life, she patronized. I fought back, trying to invoke the ghost of his admiration for my talent. The little protege Damon talks about is you, Ms. Miller. He only admires your artistry. He wants to invest. Despite your tremor, your work is exceptional. You could be in major galleries, not teaching basic pottery. Any other fantasies about him are your own making. My husband adores me. She retaliated, aiming for the jugular. I wish that were true. I left because you threatened my aging mother. You can't control Damon, so you attack the weak. Her words were a lie, but Damon believed them, his mind poisoned against me. I was losing the battle not to a better woman, but to a better actress. Damon? Why didn't you save our child? Why? I demanded. Why did you conceive against my wishes? He retorted. He was done with me. Mr. Cross, you promised a swift resolution. Aria Evans. Note, using maiden name. You drove Chloe away and threatened her family. Apologize to her now. I refused the public humiliation, but I lost the bet on his conscience. Someone who sacrificed his own child for his ego won't honor a promise to a former love. He brought in the security. Assist the lady and ensure her compliance. My pride shattered. I apologized under duress, but Chloe, having won, played the gracious saint. Mr. Cross, thank you for your devotion, but I won't be a mistress. My family won't accept it. Prepare the divorce papers. Aria will receive $90 million. The final humiliation was the check, a payoff for 6 years of devotion. The divorce was inevitable. Damon, in a final act of psychological warfare, called it just a game, assuring me he'd return to me after he finished playing. He was gifting Chloe all the public attention he'd once reserved for me, making me his obedient wife on a temporary vacation. Arya, you think I can't live without you? You're mistaken. I couldn't live without you because I loved you, but I refuse to love you anymore. My recovery room became my fortress. Damon, obsessed with his new life, didn't bother to check on my physical or emotional wounds. He was too busy showcasing Chloe Miller to the world. She was his new status symbol, his constant companion, flanking him at every major event and corporate function. Please welcome the woman who inspires me most, Chloe Miller, he'd announce, his words a painful echo of the past, now dedicated to her. The media was captivated. What spell has Ms. Miller cast on the billionaire Cross? He's utterly consumed by her. The consensus was that she was extraordinary, the most compelling woman Damon had ever known, a deliberate repudiation of me. They were inseparable, a constant reminder of my replacement. Chloe, the artist, was thriving under his attention. Damon, look, I just finished this sculpture. Stunning. And this painting, too, she'd boast. Damon's obsession was especially focused on her neurological tremor, a minor physical challenge he magnified into a grand tragedy. He poured his vast resources into specialized treatments, which were mostly ineffective. In a terrifying display of his possessive love, he threatened self-harm when the treatments failed. I paid millions for the best doctors, and you can't even fix a simple hand tremor? You're all useless, he raged. Damon, please, you need to calm down. It's just a hand. You did everything you could, Chloe would soothe, the perfect image of calm acceptance. If they can't cure your hands, I'll damage mine so we can share the burden, he declared, his twisted loyalty shocking everyone. I realized then that his love wasn't unique. It was simply a pattern. 5 years ago, when my brother Leo fell into a coma, Damon moved mountains to save him, hiring the world's most advanced medical team. But unlike Chloe, Leo remained unresponsive, a silent prisoner to his machines. Now, I was making my final preparations to leave, determined to free both of us. Leo, I'm leaving soon. I can't take you with me, but I'll make sure you are safe. I had to accept the painful truth. Damon was not my happiness. He was my gilded cage. I have just a few loose ends to tie up. Wait for me, and when I'm done, we'll both disappear completely. My plan was to erase every trace of my time with him. I accelerated the identity change process, planning to vanish in less than a week. I auctioned off every single gift, every piece of jewelry, and every expensive piece of art Damon had given me. Processed the immediate transfer of the Hamptons villa back to the Cross Corporation. I was systematic. Everything here came from Damon, and it all goes back. Time to return it all. The place where he proposed, overlooking the Pacific, felt utterly meaningless now. I burned a small hand-knitted scarf, the first gift I'd ever made him, the one he once pretended to cherish. No reason to hold on to these cheap trinkets now. The engagement ring, worn for 6 years, was the last to go. It symbolized a lifetime of sweet moments that had imploded into agony. Damon found me as I was finishing the purge. What are you burning? Nothing important, I lied, my voice steady. Where is the vintage Rolex I gave you? He demanded, the Cross family heirloom he now wanted for Chloe. Give it to Chloe. It's yours now. I agreed to retrieve it, the final act of surrender. We're divorced. It's no longer mine. I refused to keep anything that could tether me to the dream that had died. Chloe, seeing me at a major corporate gala, couldn't resist a final public taunt. Damon treats you so well, showering you with gifts. Don't be jealous. Soon I'll have everything you left behind, she sneered. Chloe, we are divorced. Why are you still here? Damon doesn't want you. Stop being pathetic. I ignored her, walking away. I'm leaving. Stop pretending. You never gave the Rolex back. She claimed her prize. I took what belongs to me. Arya Evans, I will not let a discarded wife ruin my success. What are you doing? In a sickening display of theater, she manufactured a crisis. She screamed, "Damon, save Ms. Evans, quick!" Then fell down a short staircase, clutching her leg. She attacked me. She would rather destroy the Rolex than give it to me. She threw herself down the stairs to frame me. She wept. Damon, utterly deluded, took immediate action. "Security, escort Ms. Miller to the doctor. Chloe, my love, I'll deal with this immediately." He turned on me with terrifying fury. "Arya, why are you so reckless? I warned you not to touch Chloe. Why can't you obey me?" My truth meant nothing. "She's lying. She pushed herself," I pleaded. "You always defy me. You won't even admit your jealousy." "Fine. Bring the family discipline." The same family discipline that had been used on him years ago, a 50-strike thrashing, was now directed at me. I reminded him of his past defiance. "Julian, you chose death over abandoning me." He was beaten 50 times by his grandfather. "I'll marry her, Grandpa. I love her. I won't marry anyone else," he had declared. Now, he was the executioner. "Damon, what am I to you?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. He simply ordered me to apologize to the furious Chloe. A loyal servant, one of the few with a conscience, pulled me aside. "Mr. Cross only likes compliant women. Don't throw tantrums. If you want to stay, be his obedient pet." I finally understood the dynamic. Damon was a narcissist who demanded total submission. Chloe Miller was the reflection of my former carefree self, the one he had destroyed by demanding my obedience. The insults from the social climbers were relentless. Trash always remains trash. The pathetic, discarded wife, begging for attention. Beggar! Damon, in a surge of possessive rage, silenced them immediately. "Whoever mocks my wife will regret being born," he roared, still clinging to the idea that I was his. I had to get out. The moment came during Chloe's solo performance at a gala. She demanded a charcoal sketching performance, a skill I once performed only for Damon. I sketched my heart, a portrait of ruin. "This announces the end of me and Damon. From this moment, Arya Evans no longer loves Damon Cross." Damon stopped the music. "Stop playing the victim. You chose the divorce." I challenged him on Chloe's relentless provocation, but he dismissed me. "Love, let's dance. Don't be upset." I was confronted by other victims of Damon's possessive love, women he had cruelly retaliated against for merely insulting me. "He ruined my family business. He broke my brother's hand. Damon protected you with monstrous cruelty. Now that his protection is gone, you'll face his vengeance alone," they warned. They had a new mistress to please. "Chloe promised a special favor from Mr. Cross to anyone who turned your life into hell. We will be rewarded." Cornered, I was rescued by Chloe, who played the hero before the crowd. "Filthy beggar, is this your pathetic pity game? I'm an artist. You are beneath my notice. Everything I have comes from Damon. Without him, I am nothing," she taunted, confirming my worthlessness in his eyes. Damon was furious only at the scene I had created. "Damon, your one cold look hurts more than all the cruelty of these people. I will not be the stepping stone for your new romance. I am leaving, definitely." The path to freedom was open. I spent 2 days healing, my injuries barely treated, but my spirit was already focusing on survival. My most immediate task was Leo. I withdrew the $90 million compensation and contacted a specialized rehabilitation center in a remote part of Idaho. I donated a large sum for new medical equipment, specifically a high-quality ventilator, and secured a discreet transfer for Leo. My instructions were simple: take care of my brother and keep his existence an absolute secret from Damon Cross. With the documents finalized, I headed back to the hospital, determined to give Leo the peace he deserved. The moment I reached his room, I knew something was horribly wrong. "Stop! You can't enter! Get away from the door!" the guards shouted, blocking my path. A terrified nurse whispered to me, "Ms. Evans, they're disconnecting your brother's ventilator." Damon had sent Chloe's mother and a team to reclaim the machine. What in God's name are you doing? This is a hospital. My son-in-law, Mr. Cross, wants this ventilator. He told us to take it. Get out of our way. Chloe's mother shrieked, her voice a cruel cackle. No, please, he'll die, I screamed, pushing past them, pure adrenaline coursing through me. I shoved Chloe's mother, sending her sprawling, a desperate final act of defense. Aria Evans, you're crazy. You pushed my mother. This machine belongs to Damon. If you have a problem, take it up with him, they retorted, their entitlement absolute. The machine was disconnected. Damon, stop them. Save my brother. He'll die without the ventilator, I pleaded, but it was too late. The doctors rushed in, confirming the irreversible. The sheer silent agony of that moment eclipsed all the pain of the divorce and the miscarriage. Leo, my sweet brother, I'm so sorry. This is my fault. I regret everything. I regret ever letting Damon Cross into my life, I wept, holding his hand until the last breath. Leo, I'm taking you home. We're going home. I personally supervised his cremation, feeling like a ghost processing the loss of its only anchor. This is better. He's not suffering anymore. Now we can leave this place together, I thought, securing his ashes. Leo, I'll build you a beautiful memorial, but I'm taking your ashes with me. You've always been with me. Now you'll stay with me. Leo's passing confirmed the cold reality. I was utterly alone, devoid of any family ties that Damon could exploit. My last confrontation with Damon was over the phone. Love, I know you're upset, but once I finish enjoying myself, I'll make it up to you, he said, completely unaware of Leo's death. He tried to use his last leverage. You need to behave, or your brother will pay the price. My voice was hollow. My brother is already gone. You have nothing to threaten me with now, Damon Cross. I have no weaknesses left. His arrogance remained intact. If you behave, neither you nor your brother will suffer any harm. Where do you think you're going, Aria? You can't leave me. You can't live without me, he laughed. I played my final role as the submissive wife. You're right. I can't live without you. I'm just so tired. Our anniversary is coming up. I want to look nice for the celebration. My escape plan was fully executed. Ms. Evans, your account closure is complete. Understood. Leo, we can go now. I bought a one-way ticket to Country C. Flight AC 555 is boarding now. Last call for boarding. I had successfully erased my identity, my past, and my connection to Damon Cross. A profound, overwhelming sense of relief washed over me. Leo, you must be happy for me. I am no longer the shadow of Damon Cross. I am free. Damon Cross, may we never meet again, I vowed, stepping onto the plane. Damon, meanwhile, was preparing a grand show for our 6th anniversary, still believing he could manipulate me. Mr. Cross, the venue is decorated in the ladies' preferred style. All the gifts are ready, his staff confirmed. He was anticipating my return. Aria, I'll marry you again. We'll have the family you always wanted. Arrive early, Aria. You'll cry in my arms when you see this. The disappointment was instant when I failed to appear. Where is Mrs. Cross? We can't reach her. She must be angry, he rationalized, his anxiety building. For 6 years, I had always been instantly available. It's been weeks since I saw her smile. I can't take this silence. He sent his team to find me. Mrs. Cross isn't home. Her documents are gone. Find her. I refuse to believe she'd abandon Leo, he roared, still using my brother's name. The truth hit him like a physical blow. Mrs. Cross truly left. She abandoned me. Aria, how could you leave after 6 years? I am your whole world, he cried, descending into madness. His staff brought the final, undeniable proof. Mr. Cross, your wife is gone. All personal records are wiped clean. The lady's brother is gone too. He died days ago. Damon was hysterical. How could he die? I bought the best machine. Aria, you set me up. You faked his death. You think I won't find you? I will use all my wealth and influence. I will find you, even if you run to the ends of the earth. Arya Evans, how long will you keep up this pathetic act? If you refuse to come back, then stay gone." His final threat was a pathetic, empty roar against the silent void I had become. Damon's world imploded. Chloe Miller, still basking in her perceived victory, approached him, but found a broken man consumed by rage. "Damon, what are you doing here? You promised our affair was over. Why the anniversary surprise for Arya?" she demanded, her jealousy overriding her composure. Damon's reply was a cold slap of reality. "You are just a consolation prize, Chloe. My affection gave you status. Without it, you are nothing. You dare compare yourself to my wife?" Stunned, Chloe threatened to leave, but Damon merely laughed. "You're just my temporary toy. You don't get to quit this game." His mania intensified when his team confirmed my total disappearance. "Mr. Cross, the investigation confirms it. Mrs. Cross cremated her brother herself, sold the Hamptons villa, and liquidated all the assets you gave her. She is truly gone, wanting to vanish completely from your life." The news broke him. "Arrest Chloe Miller's entire family. Arya, I'm sorry. I'll avenge you." His mission became purely retaliatory. He tracked down the stonemason who built Leo's memorial. "Where is the memorial designer? Tell me." "Arya only came here once, left money, and told me to send flowers daily. If the designer returns, tell him I'll pay any price." Julian's vengeance on Chloe was absolute. He had her family imprisoned and then confronted Chloe with the truth about her status. "I only allowed you to be arrogant because I gave you favor. You dared to hurt Arya. I will make you pay double." He tortured her, forcing her to endure the same freezing conditions I had suffered. "You made Arya kneel in the snow. Now you will pay for her pain." He then crippled her father and commanded his staff to force Chloe to fall down the staircase every day until I returned or she died. "Listen, this is just the beginning. This is how I repay the debt I owe Arya." Meanwhile, I settled into my new life in Country C. It was a quiet university town, completely off Damon's radar. I was going by the name Lena Solis. I felt a new kind of peace. I know Damon will look in every city we visited, so this small town is my sanctuary. The past will fade. I started my own life, keeping only a small, hand-drawn sketch Damon had made of me years ago. It's not that I can't forget him. I'm just used to this small reminder. A gentle soul entered my solitary world. "Hello, I'm Ethan Miller, your neighbor. I never expected to find a fellow American here. Your architectural sketches are beautiful. They tell a story." I pushed him away gently. "I'm new here, Mr. Miller. I just want a quiet life." Damon, recovering from a near-fatal breakdown caused by my escape, focused all his power on finding me. "Mr. Cross, the police have detained you for illegal corporate practices." His grandfather, the true puppet master, had orchestrated the crisis to regain control. "Let him stay in jail. He's not fit to be the heir." Damon's fury only grew. He used his influence to identify the official who helped me change my name. "Tell me her new identity now. I will destroy your career. Her new name is Lena Solis." The hunt shifted continents. In a terrifying display of control, Damon eliminated anyone who had spoken ill of me. He sent his security to silence the gossips and his uncle who had betrayed him. "Break both his legs. He will spend his life in a wheelchair. Arya, I am coming for you. I know you still love me. I will bring you home." His corporate comeback was equally brutal. In 2 days, he recovered all the company's losses, proving his grandfather's fears correct. I had adapted to my simple, free life. Ethan Miller was a constant, stabilizing force. "Lena, my sister Clara wants sketching lessons. You have time, right? I love your work." I agreed, finding joy in my true passion again. "Ethan, you should open your own art studio. I'll help you find the perfect space." His kindness was a profound contrast to Damon's control. Then, Damon found me. "Sweetheart, I'm here to take you home. Lena, you are my ex-wife." I introduced him to Ethan. "Damon, we are finished. Please, go away." He was desperate, seeing the genuine connection between Ethan and me. "I can explain everything. Chloe was just a game. We can try for a family now. I only love you." I stared into his eyes, confirming the void. "I don't love you anymore. You can torture me, lock me up, but my heart is no longer yours." He saw the truth, the absolute finality of my rejection. "You truly don't want to come back?" He left, finally choosing my happiness over his possession. My freedom was almost total. I was approached by a rival of Damon's, who recognized me. He was the one Damon had crippled. "The little beggar, I'll never forget you. Damon is mad. He will destroy his empire for a nobody," he hissed, still consumed by vengeance. I walked away, refusing to be drawn back into that world. Damon, broken and alone, confessed his regret to Lester, the head of security. "I need her to choose me freely. I will win her back, Lester. It's the only way." He began his desperate campaign, moving into the apartment next door, sending gifts daily, trying to recreate the magic of our beginning. "Little artist, I brought you your favorite Earl Grey tea. I bought the apartment next door. We're neighbors now." I remained unmoved. "Damon, stop wasting your time. I don't need your gifts. I stopped loving you a long time ago." On what would have been our 7th anniversary, I gave him my final heart-wrenching wishes. "Damon, I wish my brother were alive. I wish my child were safe. I wish for all the cruelty you inflicted to disappear. We are done. My only wish is that you vanish from my life." He finally broke. "You're lying. You still have the drawing I gave you. That means you still care." I placed the drawing on the ground. "It means nothing. I'm replacing it." A few days later, a staff member found me. "Ms. Solis, Mr. Cross had a serious car accident. He's in a coma, calling your name. For the 6 years you shared, please go see him." I refused, hardened by the memories. "I am not Mrs. Cross. I won't give him false hope. His fate is his own." Damon, upon waking, received the final intelligence. His grandfather was behind the accident and had used Chloe to manipulate him. Damon, in his last act, confronted his grandfather, who admitted the plot. "You are a disgrace. I would rather kill you than let you ruin the family for a street artist." Damon, now the undisputed master of Cross Global, signed his will. "Will, transfer all my assets to Aria Evans. Now." He then embarked on a final, solitary journey, retracing our shared memories, finding the last photo album of us, only to suffer a fatal fall off a coastal cliff. His assistant delivered the final news in the photo album. "Mr. Cross passed away. He left everything to you. He wanted you to use the assets to start a foundation for single mothers and children. He fell retrieving this album." My response was definitive. "I will use the money as he wished, but tell him, rest in peace. May we never meet again." My heart, though unyielding in its refusal to forgive, finally found peace in the freedom purchased by his final costly sacrifice.